The deal. It all starts with an incredible Hyatt deal in October 2009 that I took full advantage of. The main idea was that 2 stays at any Hyatt earned you 1 free night at any Hyatt. Since there are 7 different Hyatt brands, the 2 stays can be as little as $50 each at Hyatt Place, the most affordable Hyatt brand, while the free night can be in a $1,000 a night Park Hyatt room. But that is just the beginning. Every 2 stays at Hyatt, I was stacking offers and getting 1 free night at any Hyatt, 13,500 United miles, 1,000 Hyatt points. Diamond members get 500 points on every stay. I also earned Hyatt Diamond status, http://bdeal.me/diamond, after a promo lowered the threshold to 15 stays. Paid for stays with $100 Hyatt gift certificates I bought for $79.99 at Costco. Got a 2% rebate on the $79.99 for being a Costco executive member. Got a 2% rebate via my credit card. All in all, 20 stays each cost about $845 and earned each of us 135,000 miles, 10 free Hyatt nights, and Hyatt Diamond status. The $845 math is an average of $55 per stay, minus 20% from the gift certificates, 2% from Costco, and 2% from credit cards. If you were to read this in a book, you'd probably ask, why does he keep putting stays in quotes? Well, because Hyatt Place uses kiosks in the lobbies. I would just drive over, check in via the kiosk, get my room key, and get right back in my car and go home. The flights. We spent some time in the lounge at O'Hare, then flew first class from Chicago to San Francisco on United. There we hung out in a great Air New Zealand lounge before boarding an Air New Zealand 747 for an incredible flight to Auckland, and then another Air New Zealand flight to Sydney. The flight to Auckland was in the executive business section of a 2-class plane. We had seats 1A and 1K, which were in the nose of the plane since the pilots are in the upper deck. It was better than any first-class experience I've ever had. Row 1 is private and perfect for 2 people traveling together. The pods we were in were a great experience, with solid in-flight entertainment and comfortable seats that convert to lie-flat beds. The flight was about 12 hours long, which basically equates to 3 hours of wine-dine movie, 8 hours of sleep, and 1 hour for breakfast. The meals were first-rate, and the service was as friendly as, well, everything else New Zealand. Of note, the Air New Zealand lounge in Auckland is incredible and has free massages. Flight math. We redeemed 110,000 miles for a multi-segment trip that would have cost about $12,500 each at the time, or about $25,000 total. It included first-class seats on United from Chicago to San Francisco and executive business seats on the rest of the legs from San Francisco to Auckland to Sydney to Auckland to LAX, and then first-class seats again on United back to Chicago. The Air New Zealand tickets were possible because they are in the Star Alliance with United, http://bdeal.me/star. Of note, one of the benefits of a Star Alliance Award ticket is that many Alliance airlines allow for 1 or more stopovers beyond your destination. This allowed us to go to Sydney and Auckland on the same ticket. Also of note, redeeming business class mileage for a ticket on a 2-class, as opposed to 3-class international flight, is a great deal. Air New Zealand business class is better than first class on most carriers. The hotels. In Sydney, we stayed at the Park Hyatt Sydney, which is on a pier in Sydney Harbour across from the Opera House and just underneath the Sydney Harbour Bridge. It is one of the best urban hotel settings in the world. We had a large upgraded room with a view overlooking the Opera House that would have cost approximately $1,100 per night. Even better, as Hyatt Diamond members, we had free breakfasts, free internet, and were able to check in very early, around 11 a.m.